Hey, hey, you.
Yeah, you.
I have a bone to pick with you. Specifically you, or not really specifically you, more like sort of humanity as a whole. I found out something really recently, and to say I was disappointed is an understatement. I am disappointed beyond measure. I'll preface this with a little story first. I was coming home from the gym about maybe 2 weeks ago, and I was feeling a little bit peckish. I was like, you know what? I could do with a snack right now. So I stopped in at my local kebab shop and I got a HSP, which is a halal snack pack for all you uncultured swines out there. And I was feeling good, I got all the extra toppings on it. I was really looking forward to it. I got home, opened it up. Nothing wrong with the HSP, by the way. I know I'm making it sound like there is. So I get home and I eat it, obviously. But by the time I finished it, it was probably like 10 o'clock, 10:30, and I didn't really feel like going out to the bin outside, so I just decided to put it in the little bin in my room. In hindsight, probably not the smartest thing I could have done. Probably not the most sanitary thing I could have done. It's pretty gross, leaving food to sit there and ferment overnight while you're sleeping and just taking it out in the morning. I didn't think much of it at the time, alright? Sue me, I didn't want to go outside. I was half naked. I didn't want to put clothes on to go out to the bin. So anyway, I go to bed and I'm sitting there. I'm just have my eyes closed. I'm just trying to go to sleep. And then I hear this little rustling and I immediately open my eyes and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I'm looking around. I don't see anything. I thought, it's probably nothing. It's probably just the ghost of the house or my uncle or something like that, trying to sneak in. I'm sure it's fine. So I close my eyes again and I'm just trying to get to sleep and then I hear it again. And this time, pinpoint where it's coming from. This little rustling is coming from the corner of my room, right from that bin. And I look over and I eye it and I'm just like, God, rustle again. I fucking dare you. And sure enough, the bin rustles, and out of the HSP box comes a little cockroach. It's not that I hate cockroaches. They're disgusting. It's not their fault that they're cockroaches. I don't even think cockroaches like being cockroaches. But to admit that I had cockroaches in my room at all is pretty gross, but I don't know if you've sort of seen the state of this room, but I'm literally living in a brick basement, so I'll be really surprised at this point. So I immediately freak out, seeing this cockroach crawl up the wall. Fucking pretty disgusting. And usually I don't kill bugs. Usually they wander into your room by accident, it's not their fault, so I usually pick them up and just put them outside. But as far as I was concerned, that cockroach was on death row. I'll kill a cockroach. So I go to the kitchen and I try and find anything to kill it, preferably a spray. And I do find one, and I take it out, and it's Coles home brand. Look, not exactly the most reputable of bug spray brands. It's not exactly the Ferrari of bug spray brands. Coles home brand bug spray is kind of like the Camry, of the bug spray world. I think Mortein is up here with your Bugattis and your Ferraris. And about mid-tier, you're looking at like your Volkswagen Golfs and your reasonably nice cars. You're looking at Raid, and then you've got Coles down the very bottom. It works. It gets you from A to B, but I mean, if I had the choice, So I grab it and I come back into my room, can at the ready, on the hip, like Clint Eastwood, ready to just smoke this cockroach as soon as I see it. But it was gone. I'm looking around. It's nowhere to be seen. I'm just waiting for it to just be like Alien and just like come up behind me and just instantly kill me. But I couldn't see it. And then I hear another rustle from the bin. This motherfucker had gone back for seconds. This isn't a sizzler, buddy. So I unload my can of bug spray, and the whole bin rattles for a second. This cockroach is trying to escape, and it jumps out, instantly falls to the ground, and then just starts kind of convulsing violently for the next 5 seconds while I just stand in horror while I'm still spraying it just point blank in the face until it stops moving. Once it was finally over, I just kind of looked at it for a little while. I was just like, yeah, this is it, huh? This is the circle of life, you know. We're born, we grow up, we eat someone else's HSP, and then we die. And that's exactly how Mother Nature intended it. And who am I to get in the way of Mother Nature? So I go to the kitchen and I grab a paper towel. It's probably like 2-3 minutes since this cockroach had been initially sprayed. I come back, go to pick it up. Moment of silence. Moment of silence for my dude. He was still alive. He was doing his best. He was doing his best wriggle to escape the paper towel and escape the bin outside. trying to avoid his fate. It was pretty sad. It was pretty fucked up. He really do be dying though. Yeah, and I just thought, you know, it's pretty sad. It was a decent amount of time since I sprayed him to when I came back to pick him up. And he was still alive. You buy this product and it's advertised as this product that's sort of, you spray an insect and it breathes it in and then it dies in like 5 seconds. But that's not sort of true. That's not really true at all. And after seeing this, I kind of did a little bit of research just how bug spray works, and it's kind of fucked up. So bug spray is basically like little insect nerve gas. So pretty much you spray the bug, it seeps into the pores of the bug. This is most bug spray formulas. You spray the bug, it soaks into the bug's skin or exoskeleton, and then it attacks their nervous system. And it pretty much gets the nerves to just overfire until it causes paralysis, until the whole nervous system shuts down. And it doesn't actually kill them, you know? The death comes from either starvation or like respiratory or heart failure eventually. And I didn't know that. That's kind of fucked. So I like just picked this dude up, like plonked him in the bin. I was like, fuck you, bro. You're dead, right? Threw him in the bin, and he probably sat there for the next like 2 weeks. You know, it's probably like that scene from like Lord of War, the opening scene where like I put the cockroach in the bin and then it follows its life into the garbage truck and paralyzed this entire time up until it lands in a dump somewhere, and then like, I don't know, a stray dog eats it or something. It was kind of like, it kind of like got me thinking about that, and I was like, man, that's kind of fucked. It doesn't kill them straight away. And if bug nerve gas is anything like human nerve gas, well, human nerve gas is said to be excruciatingly painful, and that cockroach kind of looked like it was in a significant amount of pain by the way it was kind of wriggling. And yeah, it just kind of got me wondering, like, do bugs feel pain? This question brought me to why I'm so disappointed in humanity as a whole. So I YouTubed it. I YouTubed do insects feel pain? And it shocked me that the top result had 28,000 views. The top result had 28,000 views. I don't know if it's just that nobody thinks about that sort of aspect of bugs, or if just nobody actually cares. I was like, fuck, you pieces of shit. Nobody cares if bugs feel pain. And like, to be fair, that was the first time I looked it up. I'm 22, so I went 22 years of my life not really caring. And yeah, just seeing that, I was like, damn, that fucking sucks. And the salt in the wound is right under that. There's this video with 198,000 views. Do insects sleep? What? You care more about if an insect sleeps than if it feels pain? You know, people sitting there like 2 a.m. You're in bed, you know, you're just going down the YouTube rabbit hole, and you're just like, you see the title, Do Insects Sleep? You sit there and you go, you know, I never really thought about that. I mean, look at the thumbnail. It's a little fly with a little nightcap. That's kind of cute. I actually don't really know if insects sleep. I wonder if they prefer feather pillows or bamboo pillows. And yeah, and I just thought to myself, I was like, what the fuck? Also, side note, before you click off this video and search up if insects sleep, I'll do you a little favor. Yes, of course they sleep. Nearly everything sleeps, all right? You think an ant Or an insect. An insect's got 6 legs. You think you can just move those 6 legs around all the time? That's 4 extra legs than us, and we need at least 8 hours sleep. Ants have 250 micro naps a day. You know, they don't just lift 5,000 times their own weight without any consequences. So yeah, bugs do sleep. And yeah, back to the point of this video, no one knows if bugs feel pain. I don't even think scientists care if bugs feel pain really, because all of the studies that they've done have kind of been inconclusive. It leans more towards not really. It's more of like a action-reaction kind of nervous system. Like, you know, its leg falls off and then its brain goes, hey buddy, yeah, I don't know if you know this, but your leg fell off, so you should probably move away from, you know, what just ripped your leg off. That'd probably be the smart thing to do. That's kind of what people think bugs feel, you know. They don't really have, they have the physical response, but they don't have the emotional response of it all. And that kind of made me feel a little bit better. But the fact that we still don't actually know entirely kind of made me feel a little bit guilty just lighting it up with nerve gas. And just sitting there and just being like, oh, fuck you, well, I don't want you wriggling around. So yeah, if you can take anything away from this really strange and random video, yeah, just maybe just think a little bit, you know. maybe next time you go to kill a bug, it'll just sit in the back of your mind like, I wonder if that little buddy's gonna be pissed off that I'm about to squish it. Anyway, like this video if you made it this far, because I'd be very surprised and very impressed. Yeah, like it if you learnt anything. Comment the last bug you squished, because I'd also be curious to see that too, and if you felt guilty about it. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe. I know this is a little bit different than my regular videos, but you know, I'm trying new things. You know, it's not an axe building tutorial, it's not a skit, but I just really had to get this off my chest, you know. It's like a therapy session. And what do you guys think of this? It's professional. You like this little setup? It's like I'm a stand-up comedian. You know, this is a trend that's in right now. It's like I'm a stand-up comedian and you're someone that bought a ticket to my show. But I mean, if that was to be true, I'd have to be at least marginally funny, and you'd have to be marginally stupid enough to buy a ticket. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.